So we'll just see how this executes in the IR workbench. So hold. So move.b LED2. We've put P2 out, but when you are doing it, please put it as P1 out. Otherwise, if you're trying it in Proteus, it might not work. So here, since it's P2 out, LED2. So what should happen if you look at P2 out in the register? So what should happen here is, we have set P2 out. So the LED2 we are moving, which means the bit 4 should be set. So F10, we see that P4 is set to 1. Okay. So now again, the direction bit 3 and bit 4 should be set to 1 in the direction. So here, if you expand it, we can see that bit 3 and bit 4 is set to 1. Now coming to TACC-R0, so we can change the register set. So we can go to the timer A registers. Okay. And once this is executed, the TACC-R0 will have the number 49,999. Okay. So the equivalent is C34F. 49,999 is a decimal. So similarly, you are enabling the CCIE bit. So that is here in the TAC. So if we expand this, we will see that the CCIE bit has become 1. And these settings we will see when we actually learn timer A in unit 3. It will be explained in detail. Now coming back, we are going to, in this particular line of code, we will make CPU off as 1. Okay, because it is LPM 3. So not only CPU off, we will have the rest as well. So going to view group and going to the CPU registers. So if we look at this, I have put it here as LPM 3. So suppose you get it in the semester end exam, you should check which low power mode they are asking for. So let's just change it to again LPM 0. Why? Because we have used SMCLK. In LPM 3, we will not have SMCLK. We will have only ACLK. So we'll just run it. Okay, so let's directly go to this line of code. So here we have to see that GIE should be 1 and the CPU off should become 1, and all that is in the SR register. So coming here, so you can see that GIE and the CPU off has become 1, and it remains there. It doesn't go off. It's in the infinite loop. Now when does it come out of the infinite loop? We will force the interrupt here. So it is timer A0. So we have to go to timer A0 vector. Okay. And right click, force. So once it is forced, now if I go forward, it should go to the interrupt service routine. So it comes to the interrupt service routine, and we will see that the bits will toggle. So now if we go back to the port, so as of now, if you look at it, P4 is 1, P3 is 0. It will toggle. So we'll see that P3 has become 1 and P4 has become 0. Once the ISR is executed, it goes back to the... Yeah, so let's just look at one more thing. When the ISR is getting executed, which mode are we in? We are in the active mode. We have come out of the low power mode. We are in active mode. All the bits in SR are, if you can see all these bits, CPU off, all these are zeros. Now when we exit, you go back to the low power mode. So you can see that the low power modes are restored. Why are they restored? Because when the interrupt service routine ends, whatever we have stored the status register as such in the stack. And this status register, what we have put in the stack, moves back into the status register, and so the low power mode is restored. Okay. So that's all with this